Boo! So Terence Crawford want to give Teofimo Lopez an ultimatum to fight him. So the ultimatum is, if Teofimo Lopez fights Madrimov and beats Madrimov, that is a bet that Terence Bud Crawford will fight Teofimo Lopez. Okay, so Bud Crawford wants Teofimo Lopez to fight the man that beat him. Ladies and gentlemen, look, there's people out there that felt like Madrimov did beat Terence Bud Crawford. I did have Madrimov beating Terence Bud Crawford by 1 round. But, you know, it could have gone either way. It could have been a draw. It could have gone either way. It was a close fight. And it did feel like Terence Bud Crawford was falling for a bunch of feints, like Deontay Wilder was falling for a bunch of feints when he was facing Tyson Fury. In that fight, Terence Bud Crawford looked like more of the Madrimov looked like the more experienced, more the experienced fighter in that fight, in my opinion. Bud Crawford did not look like that pound for pound #1, but of course, every great fighter has his hiccups, has his tough fights versus fighters that they least expected was going to give him that type of work. Yeah, and then at the end of the day, Bud Crawford got to understand that Teofimo Lopez is highly accomplished. He don't need to pass anybody. He don't need to pass no test to get a Bud Crawford. You feel me? Again, Bud Crawford was the 135-pound lineal, 140-pound lineal, 147-pound lineal, I believe. Then he got 3 lineal championship belts, or 2 lineal championship belts, just like Teofimo Lopez got 2 lineal championship belts. 2 fighters that's highly accomplished. Teofimo Lopez is consistently calling out Bud Crawford, and Bud Crawford seems like he's just not used to anybody calling him out. It's kind of sad how Bud Crawford is becoming who he hates. I remember when the PBC fighters was telling Bud Crawford and giving him ultimatums, or he wanted to move to the 147-pound division. And a lot of people in the sport of boxing was critiquing those that was trying to give Bud Crawford an ultimatum, knowing that we knew that Bud Crawford was more accomplished than those fighters that was telling him to go do this, go do that, right? Same thing for Teofimo Lopez. You telling Teofimo Lopez to go and fight somebody that haven't accomplished anything in the sport of boxing, really. The only thing that he did great was actually give you competition and arguably beat you. Terence Bud Crawford cannot, he don't understand that now he's the hunted one. Terence Bud Crawford says is the Bud Crawford era, but he can't handle somebody calling him out. See, Terence Bud Crawford so used to calling people out, used to chasing somebody, used to hunting somebody down, that he doesn't, that it's out of his, it's out of the element of Terence Bud Crawford to accept somebody calling him out. You feel me? He's not used to being the hunted one. But Terence Bud Crawford got to understand, if this is the Bud Crawford era, then you got to be the hunted one now. You feel me? I just think that he never been in that position. Before, he never felt that type of position. Nobody been calling out Terence Bud Crawford in his whole career. You could probably name like 3 guys that called out Terence Bud Crawford, but he never been in the position, so he's not used to this position in which he's the hunted one. So it's really catching him off guard, and he don't understand. He takes it as a disrespect when somebody's calling him out like Teofimo Lopez, because Teofimo Lopez is not in it to kiss your ass. Teofimo Lopez is in the sport of boxing to take over. That's his nickname, right? That's his name. So if you're gonna say you the Bud Crawford, this is the Bud Crawford era, he's wanting to take over the era. I think it's a great fight. I don't know why Bud Crawford's trying to snub Teofimo Lopez. He further was tweeting with Teofimo Lopez saying that Lomachenko actually beat him. Everybody know in the sport of boxing that the guy that actually really truly beat Vasily Lomachenko was Teofimo Lopez. Any other loss that Lomachenko had was controversy. The Haney fight, the Salido fight. This fight I think is going to be highly intriguing. A Teo when a Bud Crawford. Madrimov is not in the mix. Nobody was talking about Madrimov 4 months before the fight with Terence Bud Crawford, and a lot of people are going to be talking about him right now. Matter of fact, if anybody should be fighting Madrimov, it should be you giving him the rematch. If anybody should be fighting Madrimov, it should be Terence Bud Crawford giving the rematch. Just like Floyd Mayweather gave Maidana the rematch when people questioned that victory, when he gave Luis Castillo the rematch, right? So, you can't put no hurdles for Teofimo Lopez to fight you. See, Ladies and gentlemen, as good and great that Bud Crawford is, and with the things that he's accomplished, he's a first ballot Hall of Famer, right? He doesn't have a first ballot Hall of Fame resume. He doesn't have a first or second tier resume. He's still got to elevate his resume. And by putting an accomplished fighter like Teofimo Lopez on his resume, and if victorious, it's going to enhance his legacy. Look at all the greats' resume, right? Sometimes, look, just because people believe that Terence Bud Crawford is going to be the favorite to beat Teofimo Lopez, that doesn't mean it's not a good fight. And that doesn't mean that that's not a fight that is needed in the resume of Terence Bud Crawford. None of these guys got the accomplishments of Teofimo Lopez. None of the guys in the 154-pound division outside of Jamel Charlo. Nobody in 147. Nobody in 135. Nobody got the accomplishment like Teofimo Lopez. Teofimo Lopez is the most accomplished fighter in Bud Crawford's resume. So I don't understand why Bud Crawford is trying to act like he ain't nobody. Bud Crawford is so gassed up, and a lot of people has gassed him up just because he beat Errol Spence, a guy that we all knew that he was going to beat Errol Spence. Look, it's easy to debate, you know, when fans get into the debate and they want to bring another fighter down to uplift their fighters, right? Terence Bud Crawford is highly accomplished, first ballot Hall of Fame. Teofimo Lopez is highly accomplished and already got a Hall of Fame resume. These guys are Hall of Fame fighters, pound-for-pound fighters, legacy versus legacy, highly accomplished fighters. Can you imagine Teofimo Lopez at the age of 37 if he keeps on going this route? Well, how more he would be accomplishing, and looking at that he's gunning for the top dudes, for the top guys in the sport of boxing. We all know. Look at the Teofimo Lopez resume. We all know that he's there, always there to be great, whether you like it or not, whether you like Teofimo Lopez or not, whether you like his daddy or not. Teofimo Lopez, go for the gusto, and his resume speaks for itself. That's why he's a two-time lineal champion by the age of 25. I don't know what Terence Bud Crawford was doing by the age of 25, but he ain't accomplished what Teofimo Lopez have accomplished. Bud Crawford don't need to do what the PBC fighters were doing to him, trying to devalue and discredit everything that he's done. Because you calling somebody out and they feel flustered about it and things of that nature. Bud Crawford, you don't got no opponent. Teofimo Lopez doesn't got any opponent right now. The best fight in the sport of boxing right now, the most intriguing. Look, the Teo and the Bud drama is created so much of a buzz that it's actually overshadowing the light heavyweight undisputed championship bout between Dmitry Bivol and Artur Beterbiev. Let's be real, let's be honest. Get your money, enhance your legacy. There's going to be a great fight. Leading the promo, look, there's one thing about Terence Bud Crawford personality that a lot of people always critique. Oh man, he's dry. It's like looking like dry paint. He don't got no personality, no character. But let me tell you like this: Teofimo Lopez brings it out of him. Matter of fact, the promo of this fight, leading up to the fight, will be better than Errol Spence and Bud Crawford, because both of these guys were just too nice to each other. They're like friends. Teofimo Lopez brings out the Bud in Bud Crawford. This is the fight to make. And no, Teofimo Lopez is not going to fight Madrimov. That's stupid. But stop ducking. Stop becoming who you hate. Stop ducking Teofimo Lopez. Ain't nobody calling you out in the sport of boxing. You should be glad and happy that somebody is calling you out and had the heart to call you out. And that's the respect. The respect is in the call out. Nobody's disrespecting you. You just can't fathom that somebody's calling you out and you can't take it. You're not used to it. But get used to it if you think you're the top dog. Get used to it if you think that you're the pound for pound number one. Get used to it if this is the Bud Crawford era. And if it's the Bud Crawford era, then you got to enhance your legacy. Errol Spence is not enough.